Hello and welcome everybody out there in D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic start of your week. I hope everybody is being healthy, happy, safe. Happy Friday everybody. If you have the weekend off, I I envy you. But yes, before we jump into the action today, if you are enjoying this content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All those interactions help us out oh so very much. If you are watching this online and you maybe want to watch us live, please consider joining our Twitch streams. Our full schedule is in the description below, as well as a link to our channel. And if you're interested in participating in any of these games, we do have pay-to-play games available all throughout the week, including today's The Wake of Zodiac. So if you are interested, be sure to reach out and let me know. You can join our Patreon at one of our tiers, and that'll give you easy, quick access to me. Or if you're in Twitch chat live, you can just message me while I'm here. I mean, most of the time when they're role playing amongst themselves, I can ignore them. So yeah, just message me. We'll talk a little bit. It's fine. But anyways, let's jump into the action. Snapper, tell us what happened last session.
Well, last we left off, we had just alerted not Mr. Frankenfurter, but the butler that we are onto him. Well, we weren't onto him, we were onto the quote-unquote devious necromancer. He ran. Snapper, thinking that this was a shoot him situation, proceeded to unload. Almost killing him in the ensuing shot after shot after shot after shot. After Chlorine ran after him and started casting Hold Person, and subsequently capturing him, we decided to interrogate him. And we weighed out our options of what to do with it, because he is not as devious as we first thought. After contemplating whether or not to just get paid, he offered us to be paid to not be taken to the old woman, who will definitely murder him if he is. Either that or just shudder at the thought. We decided that our best solution would probably be to get paid for returning her eyeball, and subsequently turning him over to the authorities and getting paid the exact same amount as we would turning it over to the old lady, as to not morally implicate ourselves. We sailed over to the further away port Eston Daka, right next to the old lady's shack. Oh yeah, we also discovered that she was a hag. I forgot about that because I wasn't there when that was. But yeah, hag. Who would have known? What else? Yeah, turned her over to the authorities. He was a very helpful prisoner. And we decided to try and get some support from the military. Or not military, but the guardsmen, I guess. In dealing with a hag, but we needed to wait 18 hours to do so. So we did other things. And by that, we mean we went over to a bar after finding a job posting of scavenging. Turns out the guy that was posting the job was getting a bunch of Navy men drunk as to delay their arrival to the scavenging site the next morning. The scavenging site being a merchant vessel that ran aground during a freak storm. We eventually hashed out what we were supposed to do with what we were supposed to do with everything. Sorry, I'm trying to think again. We eventually hashed out how much we were getting paid, and where we were going and if we were supposed to look for anything specific. And we went over to the site. Remus just swam around for a bit after we spotted the ship itself. Very shallow in the ground. Or underwater, rather. With some bare minimum things like quote-unquote table legs that didn't get destroyed and were metallic-y feeling. We eventually discovered a safe on a shelf. Oh, shelf. Probably not the correct term for it, but yeah, it was up off the ground on a small little inlet.
Yeah.
And after much agonizing on how to get it the fuck onto the ship, and subsequently nearly sinking it, and dislodging it from the ground that it lodged itself in and it fell off the shelf. We went back to Morian, realized that it was a self-locking safe, an artificer creation, and decided to get our good friend, the fucking crazy artificer, who gave us all these wonderful armaments, well, we called it unlocking it. It was more of it just blowing it up. And, yeah. I believe we left off there.
So, you all entrusted, for some reason, this artificer to open up this lockbox contraption. And after tediously waiting for the individual, they did finally open it for you. Now, he holds up the single book that resided inside. Well, I don't really see, Good thing I didn't use powder.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably a good thing. You would caught it on fire.
Yes.
That is the case.
Here's your book. And they hand it over to one of you and just walks away.
Goodbye. Thank you for opening it.
Yes, of course. If you need me to do anything else, it costs double. And then just keeps going.
But you said it would have been interesting. Does it need to be double interesting?
Yes.
I have figured out how to negotiate.
Bring him something he cares about.
I have.
To be fair, you got like
a Rubik's Cube.
Probably the only person in all of Morian capable of opening that damn thing. To do it for like, what was it? 10 gold? 15 gold?
I think it was 8
like
gold.
8 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
dirt cheap.
And cement.
Like it was.
Well, 8 gold is super cheap when I am the only person you can contact within 3 weeks of travel who can do this.
Most likely 3 weeks of travel, if not by boat. Probably like nearly impossible with how heavy it is.
Yeah.
Well, is anyone gonna read it, or do we check if it's trapped? Like, will it explode if we open it?
I volunteer Snapper opens it.
Oof, ouch.
I have the gun here.
I have
I'll
one
open it.
person and other spells.
So, Remus, you open the book. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
He's not pausing. This is real. This is real.
Yeah, I know.
I told you it would
Oh,
explode.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god, the book is so old it basically gets destroyed, doesn't it?
As you open the book, pages from it immediately go fluttering everywhere as it was loosely kept and not tied in at all. Many of them sifting in the wind and falling ruined into the water.
Aren't we under?
Writer screams in anguish.
Aren't we in the cabin?
No, none of you waited in the cabin while he was doing that because all of you were scared. You're on the top deck.
Fair.
So,
Okay.
I don't care what you think. I'm not jumping after those.
Oh, I'm immediately gonna start trying to grab as many papers out of the air as possible.
Okay, give me... Are you trying to catch the ones that are in the wind, Ryder?
Yeah.
Get it? Wind.
Hey,
But anyways. Yes, I know.
I laughed genuinely.
Give me a sleight of hand check. Because of your deflect missiles ability, I'll give you advantage.
Yay!
And if possible, I will give you guidance.
Monk too fast, unfortunately.
Fair
Not
enough.
too fast operating.
Hey, look at that! Advantage helped.
Just
21.
looking at the nat 1 or nat 2.
Now, there are roughly about 9 or 10 pages that are completely ruined. They've fallen too far into the water, and salt water is not healthy for loose ink and paper. So you've lost a total of 4 pages out of this tome. However, Ryder very quickly runs around, picking them out of the air, running, catching, drifting around this entire area, and even at one point, like diving off of the boat, landing on another fisherman's boat and catching one before it hits the ground.
Good job.
Remus, I swear to God, next time you risk a book like that, I will end you.
Hey, I almost know this book was that shitty.
Guess librarians are extremely protective about books.
I thought that was in the job description.
I'm pretty sure he's about to have a heart attack when all those pages went fluttering. Then again, considering his quote-unquote coffee.
Look, I'm pretty sure his heart doesn't exist.
Hey, in my defense, if he was that worried about the book, he should have opened it.
Well,
That's right, you know.
you should have waited half a second.
Were you honestly going to think about it? Were
No,
you
we weren't.
honestly going to have the thought of maybe I should open it when we were just talking about how it could explode?
Yeah,
And
that's
it did. Very slightly. Not like fiery, just it went everywhere. Look, I'm trying to cover it up.
I appreciate the help.
Yes. Anyway, what we can all come to agree is that it's all Ryder's fault.
Yeah, you should got those other 4 pages. What's wrong with you?
Apologies, I'm gonna have to say it's Snapper's fault.
I'm in
fuck.
agreement with Chlorine.
Alright, shit, fine. Blame me all you want. I'm leaving. I'm getting off this goddamn boat. And I'm going to just try and hop my way onto the shore.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
Because I'm pretty sure we haven't docked yet.
Oh no, you've been docked this entire time.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, we
Like
got him
someone
on.
just push him into the water.
But for some reason you want to hop the shore. Okay, you do it. You get over there, no problem.
See? Fuck. I'm gonna walk off to the fucking hibachi.
Alright, so you're going back to Morian? Cool.
That's basically our main base at this point, that hibachi restaurant.
We need to buy stock in that.
Because right now where Boyance is where you all are.
Oh, let me scroll down. Okay.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's only like 12 miles away to 13 miles away to get there.
Is the hibachi place in Boyance proper?
What's that?
Boyance proper. Morian proper.
What's that?
It's inside of the second wall.
What's that translated to Canada land mile? Oh, okay, 20 kilometers.
Sure.
And you say like 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers. Yeah,
Sure.
1.3 kilometers.
Canadian
so-
numbers. It's great. Or sorry, the rest of the world numbers. The correct numbers. I understand. We're wrong. I'm uneducated.
I have useless knowledge for like miles and feet.
That is useful in D&D.
Yeah, like how many feet in a mile? 5,280.
Mhm.
I hate that you know that off heart.
You know why I know that? Because 5 tomatoes.
Do I want to know what that is?
Logan, clap that. Please clap that.
Fucking tomatoes. But anyways.
5280.
So, writer, you now have all of this loose paper in your hand. Roll me an investigation. Or sorry, a nature.
In nature? Ooh.
Yeah.
Something naturey. I hope. That's not a very naturey roll.
Nope.
9.
Yeah, this is paper. It's in your hand. You don't notice anything.
Okay, fair enough.
I want to hand you the rest of the book. You can put the pages back together.
The first page and the last page are the only things actually tied into this book. Everything else seems to have been stuffed in there. The binding of it is thickened, but not as thick as all of the pages that were supposed to be in there.
Are the pages numbered?
Nope.
What language is the writing in again?
What languages do you know?
Undercommon, Elvish, Deep Speech, Common, Beast Speech. Oh, also.
Yeah, post them in chat, because yours are actually, like, super diverse. It seems to be relative to Undercommon, but you don't know the language specifically.
Hey, Remus, do that thing where you can read different languages.
If I cast that spell, do I know what language I'm reading?
Nope. You just know what you're reading. You pretty much unlock Google Translate without actually being in the browser.
Well, it's not going to help us. I mean, I guess it will in the sense we'll be able to read it, but...
I get the feeling we've done this before. Or
Yep.
had this problem.
Yep.
Oh. Right. It was either Abyssal or Infernal that uses something like Undercommon. I think it was Abyssal.
Would you like to roll me an intelligence check and have me tell you? Or what languages do you know, Chlorine? Okay, it is Abyssal, and Abyssal is the same script as Undercommon.
Oh. Yeti. Well, Abyssal. Seen that a lot more often than I thought we would.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We just figured out that it's written in Abyssal.
Cool. I'm
Yeah.
eating hibachi.
Real hibachi?
No.
Oh, I was about to get super fucking jealous of you, man.
How?
Hey, I don't know if you have a hibachi grill in your fucking house or not, dude. I have an espresso maker. Like, I don't...
I don't live with that luxury. A hibachi grill like over here would cost like 5 hibachi grills.
5 hibachi grills.
It does not equal 5 hibachi grills. This
Oh.
shit's some wrong math.
I'm actually like super tempted to, get myself some sushi making gear and learn how to make sushi because I've been craving that like a son bitch.
You know, despite my predilections being the fish country, I don't really like sushi.
You know, that's fair. A lot of people aren't really a fan of it. But anyways, it is written in abyssal chloride.
Huh. I mean, so translating it all for you, Ryder?
Wind.
Pardon?
Yes, if you wanted it translated.
Oh, yes, that would be wonderful. Let me just I'll grab one of my empty books at this point.
You have
Alright.
spare empty books?
Yeah, you remember when I bought 4 books in town?
Sorry, I forgot. This is the only game where somebody actually purchased books and materials. I'm so used to other games where they're like, well, it's my character's backstory. I was like, that shit's expensive. If you didn't buy it, you don't have it. Like,
I'm not sure if you remember, but we went on a sidetrack with Phil, and then while on the way to the hibachi for the first.
oh, yeah. So, yeah, you actually do have a spare book. Did you just get one of those standard books?
Yeah, I just got some standard books.
Okay. Hardcover or soft cover? If it's unlabeled, it's soft cover.
Let's see.
And by soft, it's kind of like the slightly palatable leather.
Oh,
Think
yeah.
like a traditional Bible would have, like the flex leather.
Yeah, it was unlabeled, so I think it would have been just in the soft cover. Then.
Otherwise known as the slapping, otherwise known as the slapping book.
Okay.
The hard one is the whacking book.
Yes. Power of cross compels you. But
Hey,
anyways, 25 pages. That means you have 25 blank pages inside this book.
Oh, really?
And you're gonna have Chlorine transcribe it for you, pretty much.
Yeah, I guess that's what the plan is.
Okay. How much time would you all like to spend doing this?
How
What are
much
the
time
odds?
is it going to take us to do this?
Well, if you remember, Ryder is supposed to be exhausted right now, as is
Yes.
Snapper.
Mm-hmm.
And to transcribe the amount of pages Ryder did catch, which was 21 pages, mind you, written in Abyssal, which means it may be plus or minus written into Common, because, language is not directly relative. I mean, the writing part's the easy part. It's Chlorine expressing Abyssal concepts that don't have a way of being expressed in Common to you.
Like trying to translate German into English.
Yeah, there's certain things, like, we don't really have a word for that.
Oh god, now I'm remembering. What's Abyssal for friend? Tequila.
But anyways, in order to do that, I mean, it depends. Chlorine, you probably haven't never done this before, so at least a few hours.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are the odds Chlorine has chicken scratch handwriting?
Well, Chlorine's
No.
not writing it; he's reading it. So Ryder writes it, because Ryder is a writer.
Yeah, no, I'm just making jokes.
But the character named after
Often-
what he does the thing he's named after for doing.
Yeah, it's
no,
like Snapper. He snaps on everyone.
No, it's actually due to the fact that when nobody's looking, I snap people's necks.
You know, I can actually see that happening.
Yeah.
Kill
Yeah,
count
that was
32.
You've never seen any of them.
Kill
No one
count.
can prove it. 31. What? It's actually my daily limit.
So anyways, do you guys wish to do that? Keep in mind you only have, at this point, another 4 or 5 hours before you're supposed to be going to the island. Which, I mean, you guys could ignore all of that if you want. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You're not tied to the Morian government,
I want to sleep.
Well, I mean, we 4 to 5 hours is when we're able to go, right?
How about y'all take your rest? Then we'll go deal with the hag. Then we'll deal with the book.
Probably a good idea. Or yeah, probably a good idea because I could use a bit of a rest.
Yeah, I think I'll spend 1 hour to start the translating process and then get my rest. That's okay.
Wait, Chlorine, you're the one that's exhausted?
He's not.
No, but we're gonna need. No, wait, we don't have enough time for me to get a long rest, do we?
And also, it's first thing in the morning. Well, relatively first thing in the morning. You're fine. It's only right past noon. You slept all last night. You're good. Like, you're solid. But I will not fault you if you want to take a nap. I understand. I understand.
You know, I never understood why people stopped taking naps when they got like older.
The society.
3 hours and then a short rest nap before we get to the more rigorous
Otherwise
part.
known as a mini coma.
Very
Well,
well.
I think because I need to sleep for what, 5 more hours?
4.
Yeah.
You stayed up 4 hours. You slept 4 hours, and then
Yeah,
you
and I-
stayed up the other 4.
Yeah.
So
I
you need 4 more hours of total rest, which is
Yeah.
sleep. You need sleep.
Well, Snapper and Ryder, y'all sleep.
Snapper's gone.
Yeah.
He finds an inn.
Chloride, you can do your short rest, and I'll stay up and chipper and just relaxing.
Relaxing, chillaxing.
After my 3 hours work, yes.
Shooting some b-ball outside the school.
Play y'all some little didgeridoo. Get some good sleeps in.
That sounds like a prison song.
Didgeridoo.
Oh yes, Australian in Australian prison, you don't use a harmonica. You get your own didgeridoo. To the bone.
You have to remember, originally Australia was a prison. But anyways.
Yeah, Britain managed to make an entire new colony with crime.
Ambition. But anyways. Chlorine, give me an intelligence check, please. Are you proficient in cartographers, forgery, or any other tool related to writing?
Nope.
Did you start with a priest pack or an adventuring pack?
I do believe it was the priest pack.
Alrighty. So you do have some rudimentary knowledge of writing long term. Because you have to remember, in this type of fantasy world, unless that is your calling in life, you're not a writer, really. Like, you don't, like, hey, this is my name, and this is how you know letters make words. But outside of that, people aren't typically taught, how to go long term without cramping up.
You're a fool to believe that Snapper
Alright.
knows how to write.
So just straight intelligence for me then?
Yep.
No guidance?
You can guidance yourself. I mean, you're you.
Woohoo!
Does it say ability checks?
Yeah. Guidance is only ability checks.
And skill checks count as ability checks.
Yeah, right, and that's not on my guidance.
I don't know. Roll your d4.
So, 10 in total.
Alrighty. As you start filtering through the pages and starting to try to transcribe them, you spend the 3 hours trying to first figure out the order they're supposed to be in. And you have successfully found some of the beginning entries from this pile and organizing them like that. And that's what you do over the next 3 hours.
No, and I think I'll spend the last hour just trying to get the whole thing fully ordered.
Okay. Roll me another intelligence check then. It's a really frustrating task trying to reorder all of these pages how they're supposed to be, especially while sitting on a boat that is rocking around. Even though you are port side, it's still water all around you. And it's just, you're not having luck finding the next pages as they were. So, you have in total the first 4 pages of this book figured out.
Yeah. We put it that way. I might just save the rest for when we have downtime. Now I believe it's time we get started.
Alrighty. Snapper, Ryder, both of you were just gonna take your rest.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Snapper, remove 2 silver for the hibachi.
Mm-hmm.
And they let you curl up in one of the chairs and sleep. It's a slow day. They don't mind.
When I leave, I give them another silver.
And you're a repeat customer. They definitely like you.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you don't throw up on their boots.
Chlorine
Well,
overpaid for that.
Yeah.
So anyways, 4 hours go by. Everybody, you meet back up on Boyance. Tired, sore, frustrated, and well rested, Remus.
Sweet. So, do we want to deal with our hag situation?
I mean, I guess.
Go
It's
check on
not
her
like we have
lair?
anything. Well, they'll probably get arriving at some point. We still have to, like, gonna look over at Chlorine, frustrated. Yeah. I think we still have to fix the book.
You
It's
try
just-
doing it then.
I don't have the capabilities of doing so.
It's fine.
Then
it's
leave it to
fine.
the guy that is capable.
All right, Touchy.
Guys, can
Get a
we
bedtime.
stay a little focused here?
Oh, I am focused.
As much as I want to solve the mystery that is that book, we do have a hag to deal with.
And we get paid for it, and we need money.
That is true. But I was
I would
also
make it-
thinking about being paid, you know.
I mean, that guy might not want the book. He might want those weird table legs.
Okay.
But I doubt it.
All right.
Hag time.
Do. So, you all begin sailing outwards. Snapper, roll me your navigation. Remus, roll me your boat check.
Navigation, intelligence, or wisdom?
Intelligence, you have to find it first.
Haven't we been
You
there?
mean
already?
roll with strength? I
Oh,
guess?
the lair.
Using wisdom, actually, Remus.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you're trying to keep the boat on a steady course. Hey, not bad.
Okay.
Remember, you're half proficient in everything, so.
And also proficient in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't get any
Sailor.
wisdom plus.
Yeah, that's fine.
Pirate, sailor, same thing.
You're a seaman.
Yeah, I think they prefer. I think they prefer the term sea person,
Nope, they're seamen.
but it's a it's a trident.
They're seamen.
All right.
So, anyways, you start heading out over the waters, and it's a fairly clear day. A little bit of a drizzle coming in across the horizon, but nothing too terribly bad. It's very frequent that it rains in these types of parts, which is probably why Ryder stays underneath the boat writing most of the time instead of out on the top deck. Now, as you're navigating around, looking for this small island, I need everybody else who's on top of the deck to roll me a perception check.
Like me and Snapper too?
No,
Or
the two of you are just trying to handle moving. You need other people looking around actively. So other people, roll that, please.
Oh, nice.
Even if I wanted to, I don't think I could beat a 27.
Yeah, but there might be a difference. Go ahead and roll.
You might get to see a cockroach.
I do indeed see a cockroach.
Ryder, you're kind of like daydreaming off the side of the boat, being like, wow, I wonder what that book says.
That sounds about right.
Just looking at the horizon and imagining turning the pages. It'd be nice.
Even though they're not fastened.
Hey, don't
I'll
take away his
fasten-
fantasy, okay?
Yeah,
I'll fasten those someday. I'll make it a proper book.
But anyways,
Writer's true goal, make everything a book.
Chlorine, you, as you're keeping a careful watch over everything, you know that you guys have followed out into the proper bay area where this layer is supposed to be, but there doesn't appear to be anything out here. Very strange. As you're sailing around in this general vicinity, you notice that you've been circling around the general area, keeping watch, looking for it, hoping against all odds that you'll find it. And Chlorine, you notice that there's a slight mirage echoing off the surface of the clear water that just looks odd to you.
Okay, if I'm understanding right, there's something is seen that is not reflected on the water proper.
No, there's the reflection off the water that seems to shimmer and move up and down. Just an oddity out here compared to everything else that is open sea.
Huh. Maybe try heading in that towards the oddity. Probably some sort of illusionary magic. Do believe it's intelligence save to disbelieve in illusion.
If it would make you feel better, go ahead and roll an intelligence save.
I can't walk on water yet.
17. This is not that type of magic. However, you do discern that this seems to be something magical, causing a consistent reflection to hide whatever's behind it.
Reflection. Oh.
This is like a barrier. Chloride. I mean, can we sail through it, or do we need to stop?
I believe it would be better to use the rowboats, not the big ship.
Probably a good idea.
Well, I mean, I'm fine with using a rowboat, but what I'm asking is, if we use a rowboat, can the rowboat go through this illusion, or is this like a solid barrier?
No. Not the type of barrier we wouldn't be able to go through. more of a barrier that's reflecting light.
Okay. I have no idea what that means, but I'll take your word for it.
But there's just an island behind there. Want to run the boat into that?
That's why the rowboat would be a good idea. Y'all take the rowboat. I'll swim next to you guys. Because
Sounds
rowboat's
like a
not
good plan.
big enough for everybody.
So you're just gonna leave your boat here?
Sounds like a not good plan. Do we have an anchor on this thing? Remus?
Yes, it's a boat.
Then let's lower the anchor first.
Okay.
Or Remus can swim over there.
Yeah,
Tell
I could
us-
do that.
Yeah,
can swim
tell
over
us
there
if there's
and
an
then swim
island
back.
or not.
How far away are we from this illusion?
None of you see it. Actually, Snapper and Ryder, after it's pointed out to you, you are capable of seeing it. However, Remus, you are not.
Makes sense.
The DC is higher than you rolling a natural 20 on a skill check. But it appears to be 20, 30, 80 feet out. One of those. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell.
Okay, let me do some research real quick. Field say. Where the heck is our road? Okay. Because of safety concerns, we're going to tie the rope around my waist. I'm going to jump in the water. If you feel this tug too much, like, you know, there's like a fish on a line, I need you to pull me back.
All right.
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna tie the rope around me and take a nice little swim. Can y'all point me which way I need to go?
All right, I'll do just that.
Alrighty, so you begin navigating him over there as you're swimming through the water. Remus, is everybody else rowing over to this area?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, then. So, you continue
I
row,
thought we were
row.
waiting.
So you're staying put, and he's swimming up ahead with the rope.
Yes.
Okay,
I
then.
thought,
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
In case anything crazy happens, they can pull me back.
Sure. You begin swimming out there, and swimming, and swimming. And after about 40 feet or so, you all watch Remus disappear.
So there's obviously an illusion here, right?
More reflects on the illusion.
Have you all considered the fact that it could be an illusion to reflect?
I hate you.
Point.
So, well, the ropes is still like looks like he's holding on to it. It doesn't look like he's let go or anything.
The rope has not gone slack, no.
Okay. Yeah, that word I completely got. Yeah. Well, the rope isn't slack, so I think it's safe. Relatively.
Let's keep on going straight
Possibly.
until. Do I see anything yet?
Oh, we're not back to you yet. I'm
Okay.
wondering what they do when they see you disappear.
Should we wait for him to get back?
Probably. I mean, you know, there's something in the rain that's preventing line of sight, and that's what we have. That's part of the reason we have the rope tied to him. So, until he either comes back, the rope just starts tugging too much, or it goes completely slack. do believe we should stay here.
Very well. Then it's settled. The three of you wait. Rimus, you keep swimming forward, and periodically you'll stop to look back. Yeah, they're still there, and just keep going. And after doing this for 40 feet or so, you noticed very suddenly that you're just about to beach, maybe 5 feet, 10 feet away from the edge of a shoreline that you did not see previously. And as you kind of like rest your knees in the sand holding onto the rope, you look back behind you and you're only about 50 feet out or so.
Okay, and what does this beach look like? Anything creepy, crazy?
The sand of this beach is made out of a very loose mineral. It looks almost red, or maybe that's reflective from the red walls of this very homely, very nice looking tiny cottage directly in front of you. The beach itself is only about 30 feet from end to end, and the cottage takes up the bulk of that area, centered at the very middle of it. You also notice that there is a rowboat, shored, right next to where you landed.
That means there's somebody here. Okay, I'm gonna double back and head back to the boat and talk to everybody.
So everyone, as soon as you get that consensus, you see Remus appear, paddling back over towards you.
I found a little beach, little island with a house on it, and I believe somebody's home.
Well then, we better come back when they're not home.
And how will we know when that happens?
Fair point.
But it's only like 50 feet away or so. I mean, I saw you guys the whole time. Did you see me?
You suddenly disappeared about 40 feet out.
Oh. Weird. You think the magic mirror thingy would extend further?
How much further did you go?
Like 10 more feet, I guess. If you're saying it's 40, then I disappeared. Because I mean, like I said, it's only about 50 feet away. So we could would this be freaking weird? I like this idea actually. So I want to row the boat. Everybody helping me row the boat to have the boat halfway sticking in this illusion, halfway sticking out. So if somebody boards our boat, we can see the inside of our boat. Maybe.
If you
I
wish
don't
to
think
try.
it's not a two-way. It's not a
Oh
two-way.
yeah, it'd be the other way around. Son of a bitch. No, we need to bring the whole boat in. Alright, yeah, let's just bring the whole boat in. But let's row it in nice and slow.
Alrighty. So, you all row as gently and slowly as possible, and Remus, I need you to give me a water vehicles utilizing dexterity.
We'll do this a little bit better.
So, you managed to just narrowly bring the boat through that reflective area, and everyone else, as you're standing further back on the boat, it looks like the front half is disappearing as you're moving in. And before your entire vessel gets all the way through, it stops. Rimus, you being at the front of the boat, the helm of the boat. See, I learned some technical terms. You've already slid up the beach a little bit.
I'm going to poke my head through the reflection. Is everything... Oh,
Do we turn it sideways?
So I was thinking, actually. Can we turn it sideways?
or we could pull it up onto the beach and less risk of it floating away.
I mean, we have an anchor.
Yeah.
Indeed. And if we leave it this way,
We can get out
people will
faster.
know. If we leave it this way, people will know there's something up, an illusion or reflection. That'll draw investigation, possibly some of the Navy as well.
We want to avoid the Navy, fair point.
If we put it sideways, we gotta get the hell out of here. It'd be a lot faster.
So you're going to try to navigate backwards and back it up in. And
We're gonna
Parallel
parallel
park
park. Yeah.
okay. So now half of your boat is in the illusion, the other half is out. But sideways. It's a very odd sensation for all of you to be on the area, and you can even precisely navigate your way to exactly the point that the illusion stands on. It's only about 1 foot wide in total. So at some point, if you stand there, it looks like half of your body is gone and the other half is just waving around.
I feel like Ryder would do that just for fun.
Fair enough. But anyways, you all look at this small...
Hold on.
Yeah?
Sorry, but like with that logic, is our boat as wide as it is long?
No, I'm just saying now it's sideways half your boat instead of cutting through half of your boat.
Yeah, but we kind of want to move it into the illusion. Like,
There's only a 10 foot
we?
area. I don't think your boat... I think your boat's actually bigger than 10 feet.
I would assume it is.
yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
you're
just
20
did that.
feet, so that's only half of the boat. If you need a reference, here you go.
Well, that would mean, yeah, that we barely got any of the boat in.
Right, but you still saw him, like, disappear when you beached.
Oh
10
god.
feet. Yeah.
It's the ghost of Muthal past.
But now you're cutting down the middle of your vessel for 10 feet inside.
You know what? That wouldn't be as alarming from a distance.
So this side is out.
Yeah. Because with this side right here being in the illusion, if somebody were just, to come at it at certain angles, it just looked like there's a boat just chilling in the water. Maybe if you came in from the back end, you'd see that there's half a boat missing, so. But whatever. Better than the front 10 feet missing.
Sure. So yes. You all parallel park this ship as best as you possibly can. In all honesty, 16's pretty decent, so congratulations, you did it. And now all of you are looking forward at the shore itself and how it moves very faintly and quietly up to this nice red cottage, and the beach itself is covered in this very, very coarse red sand. Snapper? And only
Yeah?
Snapper. Roll me a history check.
I'm not smart.
The sand's kind of, it reminds you of something, but you can't really put your finger on it.
I see.
because red sand is not terribly common.
Oh dear God, Father.
Sorry, was that intentional echo, or is that just
He hit his mic arm.
Yeah, sorry. about
other
that.
ding?
Yeah. Wait, do you guys even hear that when I hit it?
No.
No.
Haha! Good mic. I
So
can
the
be
mark of
clumsy,
upgrade.
and you'll never know.
So the mark of a bad mic is how hard it shakes after you hit it.
No, it's if it picks up these subtle vibrations. I have a shock mount specifically to stop you from hearing the vibrations. See, I'm
Aren't
shaking
you
it.
just dandy?
It's a shock.
Fancy.
It shocks.
Does it though?
No.
Yeah, because if it was shocking, I do believe you'd be electrocuted.
Only.
Only certain types kill. Other types hurt. Other types tingle.
I
Other
mean,
types
the
people
word
enjoy.
electrocute came from electric execution.
Oh, shall we get on with the game?
No, I should continue talking about linguistics, yes.
I believe taking a sneaky approach might be the aim of the game here.
I mean, if they didn't notice us parallel parking, I don't know I will. So let's just go on. Let's just sneak. I don't know.
Very well.
And if it is the hag, we still have her eyeballs, so she'll be happy.
Oh, she knows we're coming.
Alright.
What makes you say that?
At any rate, I wouldn't really be good at sneaking. Owen says as he pats on his armor. Heavy armor.
You can try your very best.
It's never a good sign when Jero breaks out a book.
Yeah, I saw that. I was choosing to pretend I didn't.
That's fine. Go ahead and well, roll your stealth checks, everybody.
Oh god.
Okay, 19.
6.
All right, that needs to stop.
Well, me and Snapper are rolled pretty good.
That's really shitty. What happened to the song? Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, big. What? 13. Oh, you're calculating the average stealth?
Oh yeah. I was
Because
just
I
doing
only
from,
see 4 stealth checks.
There's only 4 of us.
That's right. So,
You have been bamboozled.
that's not a terrible stealth, all in all. Yeah, no, not terrible. Not very good. You're all being very quiet as you enter onto the shore itself. You look over towards your side, and you definitely do see your boat is currently in and out of the illusion, but you can see through the illusion on this side. No problem at all. It just looks like your boat is parked there. Now, there's only about 10 feet of this beach before the cottage itself, and as you all peer around, there doesn't appear to be any other structures other than a tree that grows here. It appears to be an apple tree.
Any apples on the apple tree?
Yes.
I'm gonna ask her if I can have one later. She's not stealing yet.
I applaud you for not judging her. There's a hag with an apple is never really a good sign.
We don't know if they're poisonous yet.
There's worse things than poisonous apples.
I feel like you speak from
Rotten
experience.
apples?
Cursed apples.
So rotten apples.
Rotten just means it does not taste or good for you. Cursed means it will do all sorts of bad things to you without any clue as to what exactly.
Oh no, I've eaten some bad apples that made me feel really bad.
Guys, why are we talking about bad apples right now?
I'm just saying, have you ever eaten any apples that turned you into a toad? Or removed your eyesight?
I only made me use the bathroom a lot.
Guys, are we
Yeah,
talking about
that's just
curses?
rotten.
Are we talking about cursed apples or just bad apples? Because I feel like those are two different things, and you're
But
referencing
they're the
curse.
same thing too. Because it sounds of it as cursed apple is not a good apple.
They're all bad apples.
Remus,
Ryder?
don't hit me on technicalities.
Hey, you're the librarian. You should be hitting me with the technicalities.
Fair point. I'll start doing that more. See how
For
you
somebody
like
being
it.
so smart, you know, I figured you would know that a cursed apple is a bad apple.
By
I know,
bad
let's
apple,
not try to educate Remus anymore.
Yeah.
by bad apple, I meant
My head
rotten
is starting to
apple.
hurt.
And how did I get folded into this stupid argument? No, let's just keep going.
So, you see the cottage. What do you do?
I guess best choice right now is to try to make our way over, keeping an eye out for traps.
All right.
I,
Roll me an
I-
investigation. Yeah, Chlorine?
I will put up Shield of Faith on myself, anticipating a possible fight.
Well, you know that only lasts 10 minutes, right?
I'm expecting a fight very
10 minutes.
soon.
Sure. Raider, this here be beach.
It's always the fucking intelligence checks for me.
I know, like it's getting bad. Roll 100 d20s.
I'm sorry, did you say oh, yeah.
Slash R space 100 d20. Oh, that was terrible. Holy shit.
I do believe you've summoned a kraken from Joe's reaction.
No, like your average is supposed to be 1,000. Or technically speaking, like 1,100.
That is slightly better.
Jeez. All right, stop there, because any more you might reset it to what it was. So, anyways, you walk up the pathway over towards a little mat that is placed right outside of the cottage that says "Welcome" on it.
Do you think this is sincere?
So, do we check any more traps or just open up?
How about we knock?
Is there a window at all?
There are 2 windows, one on either side of the door.
Can I peer through the window before anyone knocks or anything?
Sure, roll me a perception check.
Perception is up here.
Hawk, that's right.
Yeah.
23. So, the blinds are closed. However, as you peer inside, there is breaks in the blinds. There appears to be a small little table in here. And when I say little, it seems to have been made for wee folk. There also appears to be a kitchen on the other side of the table that does not look like it's been used in a little while. It's not dusty or dirty, it's just not used. And aside from that, and this is the left-hand window, by the way, you think there's a cake on the table. Chocolate by the looks of it.
Guys, she has chocolate cake. My favorite cake.
Oh, right up. The cake is a lie.
I was hoping someone was going to say that. Thank you so much.
I hate you so much.
Valerace's new favorite.
Alright. You want to check the other window?
Sorry, were you asking me to, or were you saying you would?
Well, I mean, I could, but you're the one that rolled the perception check.
That's fair. I will look through the right-hand side window then. Separate perception, or
Yes, please.
significantly worse?
Ten. These blinds are pulled much more closely shut. You can't really peer through them.
I will look towards the rest and give a quick shrug. Did it appear the light, like there were candles or anything lit, or?
Not that you can notice.
And it appears the lights are off, guys, which means she might not be home, or she has dark vision. Take that as you will.
Well, you still want to
Missing an
knock?
eyeball. Yeah, do you just want to knock on the door?
That's what I asked.
Well, that's two that are asking. What's the rest of us think?
Stay in the back. I am ready to shoot.
Napa, no.
We are in hostile territory.
At this point, I feel like I should be getting a newspaper or a sprayer for you.
You only empower me.
Snapper. You see a small child leap out from the tree going boom! Roll to hit. I'm funking with you. Just
I wasn't really sure if you were fucking around with that.
No, I'd make him give me a dex save to see if he realizes before he pulls the trigger.
I mean, I
Can I
did put
pistol
the
whip it?
child in another session.
Can I crack? Stop! Pistol whip, non-lethal. So's capping. But anyways. Who's knocking?
Oh, I will. I can take a bit. I can take a hit better than most.
Chlorine, you reach your hand up to the door, and before you begin your first rasp, it opens.
Well, she definitely knows we're here.
Well, that wasn't creepy.
Peering inside of this cottage, it is covered with a small layer of dust against the floor and the inside mat. There is the presentation of inhabitants here. a throw blanket that looks uncovered over on the couch, but looks like it's been crusted in its position for a long time. There's a hat rack right beside you that currently houses 2 hats. One appears to be a wide brim fedora, and the other one appears to be a little bonnet style cap.
Fundamentally, Chlorine really should get a top hat at some point. I don't know why I want one, but
Okay. Who's going to argue with you? Snapper. But anyways, aside from that, you look inside and it's a small little 2-room cottage. From the looks of it, uninhabited.
There might be secret entrances somewhere.
probably.
Well, I mean, I can get rid of all this dust if you want me to, like we did the last time.
I quickly leave the shack. Last time that happened, I was the one who suffered. I like libraries, but not dusty libraries.
Library is a very clean place.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Forgotten libraries on the other. Forgotten libraries on the other hand. So if you're cleaning up the dust, I will be outside as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean the dust.
Alrighty. You send a massive gust of wind through here that rattles around many of the objects that were loosely hanging on. The fixtures of paintings or portraits on walls go flying around, shattering inside of this small cottage. The chairs crumble and fall over, smashing against different areas of the room, and even the cake slides noisily, screeching across the table as you shoot everything everywhere.
Housekeeping.
House wrecking, alright.
Yeah, I need to work on that.
Right now, this room is heavily obscured with dust.
Well, if there's any traps that were based on on picking something up, I believe we are safe from that right now. Since everything has been thrown around.
Do you enter in then?
Last time I did this, I got the bitch of the woods, and me and her, yeah. Fuck it, yeah, I'll go in.
You take your first step into the room. Your foot creaks and moans against the hardwood floor as it bows slightly. And then you take another step and another. You're inside the house.
Thanks, I was getting ready for the deck save. I thought that was gonna happen.
No.
Okay.
You can't really see around too terribly well because dust is everywhere, but
Anybody home?
Okay?
It's a little dusty.
So it's safe to come back in. You're not dead?
I don't think so.
Aside from all that dust.
Are you Kenku copying his voice?
You'd have to know what I said for me to copy my voice.
I'll come back into the house.
I don't think the cake's edible any longer.
actually,
Sorry.
as you look over at the cake, it is completely untouched and unscathed from any dust.
Cake is definitely a lie.
Cake is definitely not edible if it didn't take any dust.
I'm gonna look at the cake.
Very well.
Does it look like it's like how fresh is it?
Roll me a nature check.
Nature. Whoops, that's where we're gonna ignore that. Nature, however, is much better.
This cake is still a little warm. You can see the moisture around the bottom edges that aren't covered in the nice chocolatey glaze that shimmers against the little bit of light that is protruding through the doorway. You notice it is written on top of it in a red frosting. Welcome. And Ryder, I need you to give me a wisdom save.
I knew this was coming.
It does look fucking delicious, though.
Should Cheese Cutter see if he is a cake cutter as well?
What?
My great sword is named Cheese Cutter.
I forgot about that. Would you like to try to cut the cake?
I'm looking to make sure everybody else is okay with me cutting this cake in case it is like sentient.
Shouldn't one of us? You have detect magic, don't you? Why don't we just use that real quick?
I don't have that.
It
I'm not
might
that- I'm
have
not
some
that
sort of
far.
magical effect upon it.
I'm not that type of bard.
Oh, at least you're not the horny bard.
Nope. Just like to play
Alright,
my
then.
music and hit the gym.
You're a
So,
bro bard.
Yeah, bro bard.
Bro.
Always chugging protein shakes.
So are we gonna be doing anything more with this obviously trapped cake? Or shall we look around some more?
I'm fine with looking around. I just figured if we wanted to slice it open, see if it's really a cake.
If you really want to.
I will
See.
hold my breath as he cuts the cake.
Shing! Great sword. Something that a dagger would suffice with.
Yeah, but I don't have a dagger called cake cutter, so. Do I need to roll anything?
No. You cut through the cake, and it is moist. It is soft, slightly buoyant as you slice through, like it compresses and then stretches back up, and you cut perfectly through the very center of this cake and pull your blade back, which is now covered in cake. And on the inside, that frosting, or sorry, that icing is absolutely chocolate, but the inside appears to be red velvet.
Ooh, nice. Ryder, it's a red velvet chocolate cake.
Guys, the icing was chocolate. How am I supposed to tell from closed drapes?
Oh, I wasn't criticizing. I was just informing. I don't know what your how sweet your sweet tooth is, or to what extent.
It's very difficult for me to not eat that cake right now. That is what my sweet beak is. Because I don't have
Right, you
teeth.
don't have teeth. Should have saw that coming. Yeah, people who are smarter than me and know how to look for things, maybe we can look around.
I guess we'll look around for some sort of secret entrance or something.
Roll me an
Can do that.
investigation. Which room are you going to be looking in?
Let's do not the other room, not the cake room, but the other room.
The living room.
Yeah.
Okay. And who's going to be looking in the cake room, i.e. kitchen?
I guess I'll do it.
Okay, please investigate the cake room.
Pepper, I'll give you guidance for that.
21.
Okay. We'll start with you first, Snap. As you wander around, it takes roughly about 5 minutes for all of that dust to settle back down. Sorry. But once it does settle, you see the kitchen countertops are unscathed, untouched. No dust seems to be on them at all. The table is covered in the dust, but the cake, and within about 1 foot of either side of it, completely untouched. The floor itself creaks as you walk across it in a way that you think is fairly impossible for anybody who weighs more than a wee folk to be able to step across. Upon further investigation, however, you go over towards the stove, the oven. You smell something's cooking, but you feel no heat coming from it.
Is there a handle to the stove door?
There is. It's one of those hook handles that you have to touch, probably with a cloth to be sure not to burn yourself.
Is there a cloth on the stovetop?
Right beside it.
I'll pat the cloth. Is it dusty?
A little bit, yeah.
I'll pick it up and use it to open the stove. Just slightly. I'm not
Okay.
gonna swing it open.
You very slowly peer inside. Huh. There's a tray of cookies in there.
Better not tell Ryder about this, and I close it back up.
Very well.
Nothing else of interest, or just more cookery?
More cookery. I mean, you can rifle through the cabinets if you would like.
Is there silverware?
Ah, there is. Would you like to take it?
I'll note it for later.
Very well. Now, Ryder, in the other room. As you step in here, there's the couch that has the throw blanket that looks like it was thrown off of somebody recently. There's a chair tucked into the corner directly across from that couch, almost in like a watchful position over it. You look at the table and there's a display of toys. There's a dreidel. There's one of those jump ball things where it has the ball attached to a rope and you have to like flick it up to catch it inside of your little cup. Sits in your handle. I have no idea what it's called, but it's that. And there's a puzzle, all on the table. All deeply covered in this dust that was thrown everywhere.
Is it like the typical puzzle? Like
It's
what's the
one of
puzzle?
those wood puzzles that you have to piece the pieces together to
Yeah.
create a shape at the end.
I guess I'll start trying to clear the dust off them. Or yeah.
Dust
Pretty-
flies everywhere.
Yeah.
No.
Does the puzzle look like it's like half complete or?
No, all of the pieces look like they just are sitting there, not in use. However, you do see one last thing. Tucked kind of underneath the blanket, as you look at it, appears to be a letter.
I will grab the letter.
The letter reads as this. My sweet Oslo, do be a dearie and find my boys. They've gone and wandered off into my maze, and that auntie misses them terribly. Be careful if you look for them at night. You know how much of a scaredy poo they are around torch fire. Remember, your family is counting on you. I'm watching over you always. Sign, Auntie Tree Shadow.
And I'm guessing Unsea Tree Shadow would mean nothing to me.
You've never heard that name before?
Guys,
Yes.
I found a very off-putting letter.
Okay. What what's so off-putting about it?
I will hop over and show Remus.
Hmm. I wonder where this maze is. Is there a back door?
There is not.
So,
Back windows?
There are not.
no secret, no hidden doors or secret entrances that we can notice.
Not upon either of your investigations.
Alright, and we search, and there's only 2 rooms, right? The living room and the kitchen?
Well, there's the hallway, which is a 2-foot area, more or less, like a 5-foot area. But yeah, that's it.
But yeah, but there's no like bedrooms or anything.
Nothing like that.
I'm gonna walk out the front door and walk around to the where the backyard-ish area would be.
All right.
I will follow.
Okay. Point of interest, Chlorine, would you close the door behind you after leaving?
I would, but we still have people inside.
Very well. The two of you walk out. Walk around to the backside of the island where you see there is this garden, but it only has 3 distinct herbs growing in it. Both of you roll me nature checks.
Hey!
Bard doing bard things.
Yeah.
Not bad. Chlorine, you notice vanilla beans are growing back here. Remus, there's sugarcane, vanilla bean, what appears to be some purplish flower that also smells a little obnoxiously sweet, so is probably used for cooking and baking these goods as well.
Okay. But no maze.
No, just the garden.
Can I pick these herbs and spices?
You absolutely can.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Give me a dexterity check.
19.
You are gentle enough not to ruin or destroy any of them.
Nice. And we can see the other side. I guess we can see the ocean from.
Yeah.
This is like a little small house.
Yeah. It's a little cottage on a little island.
I'm thinking of something in my head now.
Well, so we head back in.
Yeah.
Alright.
So we're like on a
Seven.
Master Roshi's little island type thing.
It's very small, yeah. So, the other two, as you're finishing up your investigation, Rimus and Chlorine walk back through the front door.
Yeah.
I suppose this time I will close the door behind me.
Very well.
Did you find anything worth investigation outside?
Some sugars and spices for baking, I believe. But nothing of great thing to notice about. When the butler told us about the hag's secret stash, did he say anything else besides the location?
Yeah, he said it was under her house.
Okay. And we didn't. This house thing on a foundation, or is it got like a, or is it got a crawl space, or anything like that?
Would you like to investigate the outside?
Yeah.
Go right ahead. Roll me
Okay.
an investigation. I mean, there is a small crawl space, but you can see directly across the entirety of it. It is an island house, so it's uplifted maybe a foot and a half off the ground, and it has one of those little ivory fences that separate your view. But looking underneath, I mean, it's just a small little crawl space.
Let's look at something. It's under the house. I can see under the house. There's nothing there. Guys, I think we've been bamboozled.
I mean, I can look under there.
I could. I mean, there's that little crawl space underneath, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can see the other side of it, though. I mean, I'm not really seeing anything hidden underneath the house.
I mean, we might need to actually get into the crawl space to see it.
Or maybe
You
it's
two are
buried
the
underneath
smallest.
there.
You know what? I think I'm going to say a short prayer to Lucian and cast in that favor for him for a minor vision to see if there's anything we are missing here.
So you're looking for divine intervention from Lucian, cashing in your favor.
Yep.
All right, roll me a d100.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. What? Oh.
That's good. That's good for you.
If only we were 14 levels higher.
As you give out this quieted prayer, you feel your attention is pulled back over towards the beginning of the beach.
Okay. Suppose I'll start heading that way.
You turn around, and within 3 steps, you're all the way back there. There is your boat, which is halfway parked in, halfway parked out. The open red sand, and the beached little rowboat.
The sign for
Okay.
God, touch the boat.
Well, I suppose I would be touching it, because this is what I think it is. There might be something beneath that rowboat.
Well, you go back and you touch it.
It
You're touching the boat.
explodes.
You're touching the boat.
Yeah, nothing happens. I'll start pulling it off, pulling it away.
Alrighty. Give me an athletics check, please.
It explodes.
You start trying to push it back into the water, and it seems stuck. It won't jam.
Lorraine, do you need help?
Ryder, you are not the one to offer help.
Yeah. Do you need a hand with moving that boat?
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Remus.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
And I will give you. I was about to say I was going to give you guidance.
You are starting to say it before he rolled. Go ahead and do it. Roll a d4.
25. 25.
24, almost. As you begin pushing, you hear the boat is like creaking. It is bending. It is being pushed aggressively. But it's not moving from this position.
While they were trying to push it, or not while, after. Can I try
Maybe
to
it's a
tip it-
pull.
Can I try to push it onto its side?
Okay. Ryder, you walk over towards the left-hand side of the right-hand side. It opens up. And there is a staircase hidden underneath it.
I'm just
I
gonna
would've-
look at the other two with like a huge, like, blank stare.
You were almost right, Snapper. It was almost a pool.
Snapper's like, God damn it, I was wrong.
I think I feel.
However, on a
Fucking-
25, you would have actually broken the boat to
was a-
open it up. Yeah.
I was about to use my shatter spell and just blow the boat up.
Fuck this thing.
Yeah.
Well, I saved you a spell slot and proved myself the intellectual.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Dodge
You are the
bullet.
librarian.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's not a competition, but I still hate you, though.
Everything's a competition.
So,
I hate him a little bit right now too. So
now
don't feel
that
bad.
you all have found a staircase at the beginning of this beach that leads somewhere down beneath that house, this is where we're going to go ahead and go on break. We'll be right back.